There's door 1. I guess it leads to 2 different destinations, theoretically. Do I have to go through there to get up top? Is that what it is? Because, I mean, Xena here could fucking hop off that and reach that, no problem, honestly. Because I don't see anything to climb. Onward, I guess. Don't you do it. Hello? Yeah, that was exactly what it was. Yeah, no. What the fuck?
Found one. Looks intact.
Whoops. I thought that was another fucking, I don't know, Frozen Wilds collectible? Whatever the hell that other thing was. Some stuff. And that is it for up here. Cool. Off the fucking rope. Thank you.
That should do the trick. Now let's get that door open.
Okie dokie. Up, left, down, right, up. Up, left, down, right. Think. Excuse me? Up, left, down, right, up. Oh, for fuck's sake. Down, left, up, right, down. Oh, fucking course I had to fuck it up. Down, left, up. Right, and down.
That did it. Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Very vague. Give me... Give me Hwacha? Because that's what this fucking thing is. It's a fucking Hwacha. Spiked rocket arrows being fired from a ballista. Sort of. Fuck. Oh.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
I mean, avoid
Gaia.
contact.
It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
Don't you fucking tell me the door is closed. You prick. Great. Let's check my fucking inventory. Warbow is useless against humans. Rattler. Yeah. Fire bombs would be useful, I suppose. Here we fucking go. I don't need the fucking crazy music before the crazy starts. Really? You son of a bitch. Oh, fuck you. You son of a fucking bitch.
You're finished.
Goodbye. Eat shit. Drop dead. Okay. A little less hectic than I thought it was going to be. Really?
Burn, you fucker!
Give me... Shit. What'd you get? Thank you. Fuck. You... cock-sucking prick. Yeah, so am I. Oh, he said picked off. I thought he said pissed off. Because I'm getting pissed off. Eat shit. And... drop. Fucking dead. Thank you.
Or not.
Son of a bitch.
We have a problem.
Great. Asshole and minigun.
Die, you
Fuck you. Shit. And choke on it. Thank you. Don't you fucking do it, asshole. Really? Are you fucking serious? Rick. This
Lock and load.
and
For a moment, anyway.
thank you.
Get moving. You have to find Gaia.
There's a reason I previously called this stream "We Shank Robots and Occasionally Humans." Or wait, maybe that was my go live. I don't know. Whatever. Who else? Priest. Priest my ass. No more scannables? That smells like I should bring a cannon. Oh, here's the scannables. And
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots.
teehee.
Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots, and not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulations, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical in places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, why would the robots it makes attack people?
Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others.
The derangement. The machines weren't always so angry.
True.
Enter Hades.
Mostly they were docile until 10, 15 years ago.
For years, Hephaestus has been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines.
Well,
I've seen it myself, in the cauldrons. Stalkers, Ravagers, a Thunderjaw.
I wonder if that
How
dialogue
could
would be
it do
different.
that? And why?
Why indeed?
If I hadn't done the cauldrons, would that dialogue have been different? missing one.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to... Hey!
Stop. Thank you. Didn't realize I'd heard that one already. Oh boy. From Elizabeth to Margot. Margot, if I doubted your brilliance in the slightest, I wouldn't have picked you as Hephaestus, as the Hephaestus Alpha. You need to stop worrying about your age and communication style. You are who you are. Have confidence in yourself. You know what you're doing. Case in point, the latest draft of your plan for the construction and stocking of bootstrap silos to store raw materials is excellent. This, combined with your design for the AM Foundry core, the fucking disturbing black hole in the middle of the cauldrons, I assume, and the Foundry site selection plan add up to a comprehensive plan. It's time to start construction. One detail, consult with I'm gonna stick with the Greek, Iomide Okilo. That is definitely not how you say your name. Before you finalize the silo inventories, Hephaestus' first task will be to fabricate the robots that will construct the waveform broadcast towers Minerva will use to transmit the deactivation codes, so any exotic materials needed for the tower should be accounted for in the inventory plan. Minerva is the long necks. Okay. Tall neck, whatever. Stuff.
I've seen these shapes before. In cauldrons.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, the birthing places of Gaia's machines.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I guess I'm putting down the gun. Any more data cubes? I seem to be missing 3. Oh, not that way. Gotta find the stuff. Gotta hear the stuff. The lore matters. The lore. There we go. Still missing 2. Aha. So this was before this one. Margot to Elizabeth. Wow, you weren't kidding about Gaia's predilection for animal morphologies? Sure, not totally unexpected given the rough terrain her bots will have to navigate, but I agree that there's something deeper going on here. Her designs aren't just functional, they almost feel like, well, tributes is the word that comes to mind, as though she's already mourning their loss, and not just for the disappearing fauna of our time, but for creatures from fossil record too. References to megafauna in some of her designs, so cool. Oh shit. That would be where some of the fucking, well, the Rockbreakers probably, but also the Frozen Wilds monsters, like the giant fucking fire sloth of death. Well, whatever Gaia thinks up, Hephaestus will empower her to build it. I just wish we could still be around in a century or two to see what she makes. Fair. Very fair. And that would be probably, to most of the scientific minds who agreed to work on this, a despair that they would never see. Never see what their labor came to. Like, these people would want to see this shit, and they'd never get a chance to. There's a gun behind. Oh. Oh. Or that's the way I came in. Maybe? Let me get turned around. Stairs. Stairs to fucking what? Shit that I can't even enter anyway. Okay, well. I guess that's it for the lore in this area. Pick up the gun again.
Hello.
Oh, whoops. I ended up in the previous area. Schmuck. Okie dokie. Where to now? Stairs. Right. No supplies back here? Well, fuck you too. The slow trudge. And this is supposed to be her moving faster because of the upgrade. Really? Aha. Okay.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office.
Oh boy.
But it's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside.
Keep looking.
You don't fucking say, there's silence.
More eclipse.
Careful now.
I want to carefully shove this 30 cal up their ass. Especially this guy. Where's the hole? Am I going around in fucking circles? What is this? I don't get to go kill them? What is this? Had to go upstairs, go around, and go back downstairs. All while lugging around. Uh-huh.
Welcome to Apollo.
Uh-oh.
The collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until
Wow.
recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a
They're not
heritage
noticing this?
professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable.
Well, yeah,
The
that's
challenges
pretty much.
before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world, ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils.
You
The
what?
only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come.
Holy
And
shit.
last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system.
Oh, motherfucker.
That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
The only form of data storage that they could find that would possibly endure was to artificially generate DNA and fossilize it. What the fuck? Here we fucking go. From that chick to Elizabeth Sobek. And the winner is encapsulated DNA. For the past 10 days, I performed an exhaustive review of data storage solutions, magnetic, optical, Really? Quantum? You did... That wasn't good enough? Even that Eternity tech that FAS was shilling a year or so ago. But every other solution has one or more fatal shortcomings. Too heavy to transport, too massive to install in the allotted space, too power intensive over the centuries, too prone to failure past 300 to 400 years, etc. Encapsulated DNA will usually hold the 40 plus zettabytes we're projecting for Apollo. There are still many details to finalize, of course. To start with, we need to select the inert material in which we'll embed the molecules, already testing 16 candidate materials, as well as the fabricated power systems and sealed reliquaries that will keep the DNA at negative 18 degrees Celsius for 1,000 plus years. So long as I assure you that it didn't factor into my decision, may I confess that I deem it entirely fitting, indeed propitious, that we will be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction. It's not just ironic, but heroic. Life as the hero beating back the forces of oblivion. In any case, much to do until next time. Peace be with you, Samina. They were stored in the fucking flowers, weren't they? Well, back to the murder. Really? Oh, shit. Whoops. Shit, and really? Whoops. I said eat shit, you motherfucker.
The last of them.
And die, prick.
In what should have been a cave of wonders. Look around. See if anything is left.
Think silence is red, Aladdin? Cave of Wonders. Shit. I still think it's going to come out that he's had access to Apollo for a while. Unless Apollo is in the flowers, in which case, how could he possibly? Unless... I don't know, maybe there's supposed to be 40 flowers in all, and we only found... 8, 16, 24, 30. It'd be interesting if each one was a zettabyte and that's it. Although that wouldn't explain why all of the flowers that we did find are in English, when they were supposed to be in Spanish, Chinese, and Arabic as well. More information. And more money that I don't need. Oh.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory, a falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth, and my one redeeming act, if any. was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it. It is my hope that there will be no need for men like me in the world to come. If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
Okay, there was a little bit of goosebumps there. Oh boy. Well, I guess that's it for this area. I need a gun. Give gun. Thank you. Gun for me.
Try me now.
Just cause I ain't taking no fucking chances. And I know it slows me down. I know I gotta go all the fucking way around here like an asshole, but need me boomstick. Of course, my stupid ass, I should have picked up the gun while Harris was going on, but well. Oh, here we go.
Welcome to Hades.
Oh, here we go.
Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe protocol.
Oh, shit.
Ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time.
Oh, shit.
I mean, imagine you're Gaia, 200 years from now, and this new biosphere growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos, a spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like
shit.
reverse terraforming operations and suffocating. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Oh,
Okay,
motherfucker.
If that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a pharaoh titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
The irony of that sentence. Like some kind of god. Damn. I was gonna say, you know, why is Hades gonna be the villain? Well, it's not. It still isn't the villain. It's just the inevitability. Noise complaints. Color me confounded, Lizzie. Bashcore? Anyone who says the old TT codes to Bashcore is... What is this sentence? Anyone who says the old TT codes to Bashcore is straight up lying and you know it. Old Trav don't have no truck with commercialized razzle-dazz. Nuh-uh. Heck, I'd rather guzzle a liter of Citarum runoff than listen to Grey Swarm for 30 seconds. Hand to God, swear on my mama's grave, and she was religious, Nah, that ain't bashcore. Blasting the Hades slab, shaking the walls, rattling folks' teeth. It's death metal. Oh no. Classical music, 80s and 90s mostly. Got some Dutch deathcore, some Japanese gore grind. I swear I can read. Some Swedish cannibal themed stuff too. Stop by if you want to listen, or heck, just come within 50 meters of the lab. Ain't no bashcore you'll see, or hear rather, in the screech that rends the air, and feel in the throbbing pulse of the floor and walls and ceiling, swallowing you up like there's Jonah trapped in the gullet of gothic deathfish. Hallelujah. And for those requests to turn it down, no can do, Lizzie. This is how I code. Turn down my death metal, might as well give up stimulants, coffee, chocolate malts, and industrial accident vids. Last I heard, we were supposed to be coding Hades down here. Am I really supposed to code the Extinction Protocol without death metal to inspire me? It's called headphones, asshole. Alright, what fucking document did I miss? Son of a bitch. What document did I miss? Tate here just popped 3 blues, but I earned it. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to Gaia's rather extreme executive authority. If it ain't worth 10 to 12 hours of dream time, what is? Before this, every usurpation protocol I designed failed in simulation because it was either too hard or too soft. Too hard, it degraded the Gaia core. Sure, it pried her figurative fingers off the figurative driving wheel so Hades could take control, but by breaking her fingers, sometimes her arms too, so that couldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia taking control back after Hades has done its business. So I had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for wear. I swear to fuck, if he pulls out Persephone, too soft, and Gaia only pretended to relinquish control. In simulation after simulation, Hades would take command of the terraforming systems and reverse operations, only to have Gaia lurking in the background, quietly reversing the process, and falsifying telemetry to hide its interference. Sneaky. I swear ain't nothing Gaia wouldn't do to keep life going, even when it's just simulated plant life. And turns out the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective code shell, preserving its integrity, then unseat it from the command position so Hades can slip into the figurative captain's chair and work its magic. Those blues are coming on strong now, so I'm not really describing it so clear, but pretty sure that'll work. Yeah, those blues are plenty strongs. Guess it's time to sleep in bed. I'll be back to it tomorrow, alligators. Should have shoved that in the flowers. That. I am missing a data point and I don't like it. I won't have to come back in here. From Culture Lady to Hades Dude, including Elizabeth. Mr. Tate, this concerns Apollo Archive submission number. Your 666th submission in just 5 days, and oh, what a doozy. Despite earlier warnings re inappropriate materials, you chose to submit 265 holographic remasters of acknowledged classics of extreme exploitation cinema. Allow me then to thank you on 2 accounts. 1, for giving me the pleasure of rejecting your submission, hereby consigning your favorite Eastern European torture flicks and their ilk to the dust heap of oblivion. It truly warms my heart to know that I have saved future humanity from the ordeal of experiencing not just 1 but all 16 installments of Making a Millipede. Don't worry, the Pasolini material has already been preserved. Extreme perhaps, but art. 2, for clarifying the concept that has so long been ambiguous and ethically fraught for archivists such as myself, the definition of obscenity. You have freed me from the subjective quagmire embodied in Judge Potter's famous utterance, I know it when I see it. Thanks to you, I can now apply a single objective criterion. If Travis Tate submitted it, it's obscene. Accordingly, I have directed Apollo staff to summarily reject all of your future submissions sight unseen. Perhaps you might invest the time that you would have spent preparing further submissions on, I don't know, your assigned work. We have a world to save after all, or the rest of us do enemy. Anyway. That's fucking funny. Which one? Judge Potter's? I don't get it. Making of Millipede? Oh. Oh, maybe. Could be, could not be. That was Tate. No other cubes. Excuse you? Thank you.
Looks like the only way onwards.
Well, I mean, he was also talking about, like, actual snuff films, like, literal fucking dark web bullshit. So, I mean, maybe not. Who knows?
Are these what I think they are?
Artificial wombs. Machines to spawn a new generation of human beings.
And oh, I have to. Do I have to click this one? I think I do. Wow. FZ chambers? Oh, for fuck's sake. Patrick Brochard Klein. The exogenic chambers arrived 2 days ago. I've spent the last 36 hours examining them and pouring? P-O-R-I-N-G? That's probably a word, but... over technical documentation, they're a revelation, astonishing. I don't know what you had to give Far Zenith and trade to get these chambers, but it was worth it. In a single leap, their embryologists have vaulted past 50 years of technological shortcomings. The risk of ECMO solved, nutritional delivery solved, hormonal stability solved, 12 other risk areas resolved. Oh, resolved. Oops. I said solved like 12 times. And before I examined these chambers, I considered the Odyssey to be a fool's errand, but the rest of FZ's technology is... If the rest of FZ's technology is at this level, well, a human colony around Sirius doesn't seem so impossible after all. Mass fabrication of the chambers will present a number of challenges, but I'm confident they can be resolved. I'm going to rest for a few hours, then get back at it. Expect a fabrication plan within 48 hours. And a mercifully short abbreviation of his fucking name. Not that. That. Thank you. From PBK. Cradle Servitor Personae. Development of artificial personae for Cradle Servitors, Nurturer, Disciplinarian, Healer continues at a good pace. We're targeting Turing 0.4 for these constructs. This should allow low-grade empathy and limited provisions without undermining adherence to codified behavior sets. Targeting Turing 0.4, as in a specific AI level. Not true AI, but 0.4 of Turing definition. 0.4 of Gaia, I guess. The stimulus-driven switching of personae, however, is proving to be a greater software challenge than anticipated, especially concerning our entrenched feedback loops between the disciplinarian and healer personae. Ouch. I have also attached the reports from an incident where a servitor running the mother personae intervened on a disciplinarian servitor's behavior. A parental argument, if you will. Amusing at first glance, perhaps, but deeply concerning. I have attached a comprehensive plan for the correction of these interactive protocol shortcomings. Bro. I mean, the simple creativity required to write this shit. To come up with these sci-fi concepts. What the fuck did I miss? Damn it. Cradle sealed. Eleuthia 1 was successfully sealed before the swarm advancing across Xinjiang province could detect it. Ping back from crucial systems is good. For our maiden voyage, a success. Regarding my disputes with the betas over zygote selection, of course I understand we have limited overhead to run simulations of gene flow in our future humans, but we can all agree there is margin for refinement in future cradle populations. Donk? Donk? In addition to personally overseeing completion of Eleuthia 2 inside Mount Namuli? Never heard of that. I will formulate and propose a modified zygote selection plan within the week. Donk. I guess...
I'd have to leave something else behind.
That's probably a potion. On to the hologram.
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king
Okie.
of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Rally Accords.
Alrighty
Now that may
then.
seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances. But, as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional
I'll take
storage
this.
of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors, to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem. To say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
Anybody speak French? That sure shit don't. And it makes you wonder if they're just straight up cloning people. I mean, is it one of everybody? Is everybody in the world unique as a singular zygote that this project preserved? Or are there multiple?
Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted Alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
Well, it's a fair guess. But I'm saying, you know, is there only one of everybody? Or did they, you know, theoretically, is there multiple of each person? Are there multiple Sobek clones? Also theoretically not, but then you have to assume that on some level Aloy's cloning,
Already.
the Sobek clone would have necessarily been timed in such a way to serve some purpose. That she must have been integral to the point of being an emergency measure, I think. Oh, fuck you. I'll bring my damn gun. Up, thank you. And maybe that 99.4774%, maybe the missing percent that makes her separate enough from Elizabeth Sobek to not be allowed into the first one that she tried, maybe that was a genetic modification to make her an ultimate warrior, because she's a fucking monster. I mean, she may not be super strong, but she's like fucking... She is Xena. And is she just as intelligent as Elizabeth Sobek? Who knows? I mean, she's figured out plenty by herself.
Us would benefit from antilopinate morphologies, though caprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek.
Shit.
As I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet...
I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good.
Fucking tee-hee.
Us would benefit from
Stop that.
morphologies, though caprid forms show
Stop.
superior load-bearing capability.
Stop it.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of
Would you stop the fucking message?
I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And yours?
There we go.
You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
Oh, fucking righty then. May I speak out of protocol? Yep. AI getting spooky. Over here.
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm
Hey,
saying is give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Oh. Didn't even know she was sitting there.
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
Why do I have a feeling that we're supposed to be racing fucking Eclipse to the kill switch so the Gaia doesn't get destroyed? Permanently fucking this planet into this loop of events. Where am I going? I don't see a way through. Is there a broken window? No. What the fuck? Excuse me? The fuck am I missing? Okay, you're pointing me in a direction. I recognize that. Well, what the fuck do I do about that? This door doesn't open. Fuck. Oh, that's a big crate.
No room.
That's a big fucking crate. Oh, here we go. I'm actually gonna have to come back for this. Oh boy. Charles Ronson to Elizabeth Sobek on Artemis. Okay. I mean, Artemis could just be the airborne division of things, where Poseidon is the seaborne division. But, it's coming along, Liz. I'm positive about it, if those words can still mean anything. Had my sleeves rolled up, negotiating with frozen zoos for their samples, so many species trapped in ghoulish hologram dioramas, suspended in what-ifs, more than 14,000 that went extinct between 2000 and 2043. We've started mapping out primary succession, selecting the pioneer organisms for a balanced and sustainable biosphere. Microorganisms and insects, rabbits and hawks, foxes and wolves. Yeah, where are the wolves? Thousands more that will have to wait their turn until our new generation can be entrusted with the duty of restoring them, so they can return to a world that this time will understand the concept of conservation before it's too late. Fair. There's already been too many too lates. We lost a whole collection team during the swarm breakthrough in Myanmar. The samples we lost were, well, irreplaceable. Literally. But thanks to you, Liz, the circle of life will bend, not break. The Earth was a lifeless rock before, and someday it will be again, but not now, not like this, not on our watch. The fucking hopeful messages. Excuse me? Okay, access. Note that for later. Odyssey has failed? From Elizabeth Sobek to all alphas. Some terrible news, I'm afraid. Far Zenith has informed me that the Odyssey mission has failed. Last night, telemetry indicated oh no. Last night, telemetry indicated a catastrophic antimatter containment failure as the drive spun up to depart the solar system. The ship, its crew, and all of its cargo, zygotes and seeds, its alpha build of Apollo were all lost. Zero Dawn is now the only hope for the continuation of the human species and earthly life. We must succeed. If you don't know, and to my limited understanding, antimatter is a problem because what happens is when a single antiproton encounters a normal proton, you get an energy reaction that can light up a light bulb. One molecule exploding. So if they lost if they lost containment integrity on antimatter fuel in the ship, you ever see a warp core blow up in Star Trek? That. I came in that way. So this is all there is left.
The Alpha Registry master file.
Intact?
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
To what, dude?
I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who?
Gaia, bitch.
Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Yo.
You need to get out of there.
That was a spooky
what you
scene.
found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Oh, shit. Sup, Crispin? How you doing, buddy?
Still alive. Good. I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child.
Great. And I'm gonna have to go back for that one fucking data log.
My entire life, I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty. That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun. Even when Jiran was murdered, even when Meridian fell, I never doubted my destiny. Until you came along. When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind.
Reach through the lower
As
hole,
sure as the
you
sun
dumb
rises
fuck.
and
It's
falls
within
each
reach.
day, those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How? Why? With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. It grew when High Priest Bahavas went missing. And when the true Sun King Itamen was snatched away. It not only grew, but multiplied. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destined purpose?
First of all, he's got bullets dangling around his fucking neck. Like a Far Cry villain. Second of all, holy fucking philosopher. Third of all, bitch, stick your arm through the lower hole. It was within reach. That was bullshit.
See that scar on your cheek? You didn't get to finish.
Yes, I remember. He fought well. For a savage.
His name was Rost, and he was a better man than you could ever hope to be.
The better man is the one who doesn't end up with his guts steaming on the ground. No, it wasn't him. I could have finished you before he attacked. But I didn't. This failing troubled my thoughts, haunted every step. It was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Meant to eliminate High Priest Bahavas. Meant to snatch Itamen away. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here.
Clearly, those
so
were
that
moments.
You might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun.
Moments where the cutscene would have been different if I hadn't.
Everything as it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
If I hadn't have done those side quests.
You're an idiot. A dangerous idiot. But an idiot. All this talk of destiny and fate. I'm sure Hades speaks the same language, doesn't he? You're being played for a fool. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world. Now.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it. You fail to grasp the point. As surely as you've been conquered, so has all doubt. And with certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Then enter the cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place, exactly where it belongs. The errant beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land.
Oh,
I
great.
ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
What are these choices? No heart, no brain, no fist. Yet they're not just dialogue options, they're not just questions to be asked.
Why butcher dozens of innocents for no gain? It's a waste of effort.
You're right. I won't even be there to enjoy it. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, communication over distances is impossible. You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching judgment of the sun in these events? Your focus, such a powerful device, isn't it? And yet, so fragile.
Really?
So you see, this time, I did not hesitate. The knife has already been twisted.